She was the most streamed artist in the UK in 2017. Her debut album was certified gold and produced 6 massive singles. The biggest of those, New Rules, became a global anthem for female empowerment, reaching the top 10 in more than 40 countries. And to round the year off, she became the first female artist to be nominated for 5 Brit Awards in the same year. Dua Lipa has had one incredible year. But her journey with Radio 1 started more than a year ago, and the station has been with her every step of the way, including 4 appearances in the Live Lounge, 2 appearances at the Teen Awards watched by more than 10 million people on YouTube, and an unforgettable performance at Radio 1's Big Weekend in Hull. She's now so busy breaking America, she couldn't come to Radio 1 recently, so we went to her, to Dave Grohl's very own Studio 606 in fact, where from the sets of her latest Live Lounge in LA, she reflects on the journey that took her from 14-year-old YouTube cover singer to globe-straddling pop megastar. This is Dua Lipa, and right now, she's hotter than hell.
Hotter than hell.
I'm Dua Lipa, and we are currently kind of in a backstage area in Studio 606, which is the Foo Fighters studio in Los Angeles. I'm really excited to be here. It's such an institution and like an honor. It's always really exciting being in environments like this. It's always so much to be inspired by and so much to look up to, and the acoustics and the energy in the room is just so special and so nice. It makes you feel very comfortable, so it's actually the most confident I think I've felt doing a live lounge.
I see the moon, I see the moon, I see the moon. Oh, when you're looking at the sun, you're not a fool, not a fool, not a fool. No, you're not fooling anyone.
So I was born and raised in London. My father was a musician, and my parents always around the house listened to lots of music, and I feel like I was always very much surrounded by it. And when I was about 9 years old, I started going on Saturdays to Sylvia Young Theatre School, and that was just because I loved singing and I wanted to be around other kids that wanted to sing, and it was really just for fun. And when I turned 11, I moved to Kosovo with my family because my dad was working over there. It was always my goal to go back to London and try do this from a place where everything is really happening. So when I moved back to London at the age of 15, I was going to school, but I always wanted to do music, and so I thought that I'm going to kind of use social media to my advantage, and I'm just going to put some covers online. All I had were these random demos, but I guess they served its purpose, and I was very lucky to find people that really believed in me by just hearing demos, which I hope no one will ever hear. It's not something that I'm like ashamed of. I'm proud of it, but it's like watching your 15-year-old self be like, "Hi, I'm Dua Lipa, I'm 15 years old, and this is my cover of Ain't No Other Man." And I'm just like, deep down inside you're cringing, but it's good fun.
I only love you when it's half past, but the only time I ever call you mine. I only love it when you touch me, not feel me, 'cause I'm messed up, that's the real me, 'cause I'm messed up, that's the real me, babe.
My first live lounge 2 years ago, I was so nervous. I remember it so well, and I remember I rehearsed lots and lots and lots and lots, and it was, I don't know, there was just a really good energy and a really exciting energy about the whole thing. I covered The Hills by The Weekend. I felt like it was a really good introduction for my first live lounge, and I felt like it would kind of lead the way for maybe if I had the chance to get to do more.
Mwah. If you don't like the way I talk, then why am I on your mind? If you don't like the way I rock, then finish your glass of wine. We fight and we argue, you'll still love me blind. If we don't mess this whole thing up, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Mwah.
I think my favorite thing is, it's always so nice listening to other artists cover, other people's songs, but then it's also seeing the way that they take their own songs in like a more a live sense and something that they would do at a proper show. And it's, you know, it's very different quite a lot of the time to what you would hear on the radio.
5,
4,
3,
2,
1. Now,
Radio 1's
Teen Award.
Wembley! As well as the incredible live performances, glitzy celebrities, and sensational surprises, we're also here to celebrate some amazing, truly inspirational young people.
That was crazy. I remember when I got asked to host a little bit with Nick Grimshaw. It was all really exciting, and it was my first time presenting.
We've got absolutely loads of entries, and this is how we chose this year's Teen Heroes.
BBC Radio 1's
Teen Heroes.
I was lucky to have Nick there helping me out. He was brilliant and just so welcoming and fun.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, my love, it makes me feel like nobody else.
I never expected New Rules to do what it did. I don't think you ever really expect that when releasing a song. I think you always go in being like, oh, I really hope, you know, people love it, or, you know, you see people singing along to it and the reaction is good, but you never expect it to kind of take a world of its own, and it turns into like memes, and you have people like recreating the dance moves. And it was the first time that I felt like I really kind of encaptured a story that I wanted to portray in that video. You know, what I took from it was that you need the people that would tell you the rules are your friends and your family and the people that you trust. And the whole concept really came from this one picture that I found online. It was like an 80s Versace campaign of Naomi Campbell on like the back of another model. And I just loved, although the colors are beautiful and the outfits are amazing and the aesthetic was great, it was really the message behind it that really grasped me. And it was, you know, girls leaning on each other, looking after each other and supporting each other. And that was really the whole thing behind it. And I'm so grateful for the response. I think now more than ever we need to be supporting each other and looking after each other. And if I feel like I was able to put a song out that is so resemblant of that, then I feel like I've really done my job. I feel like the world is changing so much in terms of music, especially with streaming and the way that music is being consumed. And I feel like for a new artist, for people to hear about you, you have to release lots of songs, and you have to put out videos, and you have to use social media, and you have to just put as much music out there in the hopes that someone might hear it. You know, I wanted to really tell a story. I wanted to be able that when people heard the whole album, they'd get to know me a bit more as a person and also as an artist. And because of the way times have changed and you release so much music, it took me a little while to kind of finish the album, because I didn't essentially want to release an album with a bunch of songs that people had already heard. I wanted to make sure that I had so much new material, and, you know, it took me a while to really kind of make an album that I felt like I really identified with musically and lyrically, and really explained, you know, who I am, because you only get one chance at a debut album, and I wanted to be, you know, the most representative of who I am. Over the moon to be nominated once, let alone 5 times. You know, it's an award ceremony that really celebrates British music, and to be recognised and to be a part of that, I feel really, really honoured. And to have the opportunity to perform is really exciting, because since I can remember, I've been watching the Brits on TV, and to have the opportunity to be that person that I've always dreamed about being, or daydreamed about, is really a dream come true. Where am I going from here? I'm basically on tour for the rest of my life. I'll really be touring until the end of the year. I'm writing lots of new music, so I'll have bits for you here and there. Some this year, some next year. But I'm just really excited about it. You know, this album and this year has just given me so much, and I'm excited to do lots more.